Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing my What Sold video for last week, which will be Monday through Thursday, June 3rd through the 6th. And y'all, it was slow. It was very, very slow. But it is what it is. I still thank goodness for bread and butter, because if it wasn't for my bread and butter sales these 4 days, and if I was the type of person who said you should only list if it's $25 or more, otherwise it's not worth your time, I'd have had 4 sales for 4 days. But, I'm still paying my bills with my bread and butters. $8 to $12. Yeah, I've got 20s and stuff in there too, but for the most part, it was bread and butter central on 3 platforms. Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, of course. If you're new to my channel, eBay is my primary platform. And then everything starts on eBay. And then I use a cross-listing tool. I use List Perfectly to cross-list to Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy. But for the most part, almost all of my sales are on eBay. All right, y'all, it is Saturday. We went out yard selling yesterday. This is the first time we've been out since we came back from our vacation, and started out amazing. Hit a yard sale, found all kinds of vintage plush and just some very interesting vintage items. Went to another yard sale. The whole yard was toys and clothes. Toys galore. Didn't buy a lot there, but what I bought there, I was very, very happy with. And bought like 2 boxes of Build-A-Bear shoes and clothes, and I don't know what else is in the boxes. She said $10 a box, so I just went ahead and picked them up. And then I sent my Discord a message saying, yes, finally, good yard sales. And it just went downhill. Hardly found anything great after that. Went back out today, drove through 3 large towns away from us. The only thing that's sticking in my mind, which was a very good find, I paid $1 for another Eden plush that's got sold comps of about 120. So I'm thrilled with that. But for the most part, it was just, you get in that mood. You get in the mood. I think Robert posted a picture saying he was outsourcing with me, and he had a picture of Oscar the Grouch, because it's just discouraging when you're driving 100 miles and hardly finding anything. But I think we're all seeing that right now. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. But, that's why it's really good to, diversify the things that you're looking for. Yeah, I like toys. And yes, I like vintage Christmas, but we're doing appliances. I found some nice clothes. Just a variety of things. The people who say I pick up whatever is going to make me some profit. That's us. So, and for us, I'll sell stuff for less than $8, especially if I have hardly anything in it. And, I talk about this a lot. I'm trying to move out a lot of my old inventory. So I've been sending out larger offers on any of my likers. No, sending out larger offers to likers on a lot of my old inventory. And it's moving. But it's also, $6 and $7 and $8 sales sometimes. So, it's all still profit. It all is going to pay the bills in the end. So it's worth it for me. Maybe some people who, already have other jobs, or this isn't their only income, you can be pickier and wait for the big dollar stuff. But for us, we can't. This is it for us. This is our primary income. So I rather source a lot of littles for relatively inexpensive prices and keep making the $8 to $12 sales, because like I said, this would have been 4 sales for the weekend. For the week. So all right, let me show you what I sold. Mercari, I had 2 sales. Still just, ooh, sorry. Still not working for me very well, but it's starting to get a little bit better. I'm not going weeks without any sales. I'm still getting a couple every few days. This was Fisher Price Little People Toy Story figures, and they sold for $6.25. The good thing with Mercari now is there's no fees, so that's what I'm going to make. And then this is one of the good sales. This was a multicolor rabbit plush by Main Joy Limited, and it sold on Mercari for $75.60. This was my best sell for the 4 days, so I was thrilled with this. Definitely keep your eyes out for these color block, colorful, older plush. Check comps, but it took a while to sell because I had to wait for that person who is looking for that, but $75. All right, and then Poshmark, I only had one sale. It was this Bell Sky women's skirt, sold for $15. All right, eBay. If you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping on any of my platforms. So when I say this person paid $15 for this skirt, they also paid additional for shipping. All right, first thing is this Loft women's skirt with the elastic waist, sold for $15. My vintage crayons, I picked a couple of packages of these up. This was the 72 crayons with the built-in sharpener. I want to say I paid $2, maybe $3 for it, and it sold very quickly for $18. I was scared about getting this shipped because it's crayons, it's hot, but I didn't hear anything, so I'm guessing it got there just fine. I think it was only going to like Knoxville, so it wouldn't have been, outside in the heat for very long. Oster Regency Kitchen Center meat grinder. This is just pieces and parts to vintage appliances. And these 5 items sold for $16.16. Lacoste women's slacks sold for $12. Nintendogs boxer dog plush. Don't find these very often, but they do seem to sell better for me when I do find them. A little bit faster. This one was listed probably about a month and a half, and it sold for $8.96. Mugs by Kaylin. I just called this a Muscle Man coffee cup. I think we picked it up at the bins. Sold for $10. American Girl doll. This is Melody. Oh, I think the doll is Melody and the dog's name is Bo. I pick up a lot of American Girl animals at the bins. Not quite sure what that's all about. I think the last couple of trips I found at least one, if not 3 or 4 or 5. Even at this last trip that we just came back from, I found several of them. Most of them are bread and butter, like this one. It sold very quickly for $8. This is a viewer sale. I only know this because she left me a nice note in her feedback. So thank you, Tina Lynn. I'll remember now if you purchase other things from me. I think you actually have. You bought some more of these since you bought these. But Tina Lynn has been picking up my Precious Moments figures that were on my profit pile shelves that I just recently listed. And she paid $17.92 for the 2 of them. Subway Kids. Y'all, Subway vintage kids meal toys do really, really well. I'm going to show you another one that I sold. But I picked these up at the high bid estate sale that we won 3 years ago, but I just recently pulled out some more of the boxes that had lots and lots of smalls in it. Again, trying to get through this stuff, but there were quite a bit of like kids meal toys in it. This was from the set called Hysteria, and there was a lot of 4 of them, $19.99, and they sold for $12.10. Fisher-Price Big Action Garage Vehicle. This is from the 90s. This Fisher-Price Garage is huge. I've sold it a couple of times before the changes in dimensional weight and dimensional sizes. But not again. I would, if I ever was to find one, I probably would have to take it apart and sell the parts because it is massive. But it came with 3 of these vehicles. There was a red car, a white car, and this orange tow truck. This, I've done very well with them. They're unique in how they look, and once you figure out what they look like, then anytime you see them, you'll know to pick them up. But this tow truck sold for $23.35. Disney Baymax Big Hero Plush. He has suction cup little thing that he hangs from. He sold for $8.05. These next 2 were some vintage tapestries that I picked up quite a while ago. Probably not something I'm going to pick up anymore. They just took forever to sell. This was a holiday tapestry with angels. It sold for $23.59. And then this other one was just another Christmas one that sold for $17.51. So just, they take up a lot of space, so I probably won't pick them up again. Gund, My First Pony. This is a blue horse. Again, you see the paper tag sitting on the side of it. A lot of times if a plush has its paper tag and I need to wash it, I don't usually reattach it, but I will take a picture of it and include it in the bag when I put it away. This little My First Pony sold for $20. Fisher-Price Peanut Butter and Jelly Bread from 1998. I just picked up another one of these at the bins. And funny thing is, then this one sold. It's got this little cloth where you see the peanut butter and jelly. It's like a cloth that wraps around. And so when you took a knife and you spread it across it, it would move that and turn it into, I think it was plain bread. Oh yeah, you can see it right here. It was very cute. My kids had them when they were little too. Build-A-Bear, Disney, Frozen 2. This was an Elsa dress. I found more Build-A-Bear stuff. Cleaning off shelves. A bunch of shoes, a bunch of clothes. In fact, I found some more just the other day, so I've got to get them listed. Plus, I just bought a bunch more. But I pretty much check everything before I list them. And then if it's not worth a whole lot, then I'll start building the lots. But when I looked this up, a lot of people were selling this dress all by itself. So I listed it and it sold almost immediately for $8.96. Animal Adventure Brown and Black Puppy Dog from 2005 sold for $8.96. Brooks Brothers Irish Linen Dress. I think I picked this up at my favorite little estate sale company at one of the sales that they had where I bought a bunch of vintage women's clothing. Probably paid $1 or $2 for it depending on what day I went to the sale, and it sold for $22. Dakin Cocker Spaniel Dog Plush from 1978 sold for $8.96. Got glowing feedback on it. The person said they remembered having this as a child. Oh, nostalgia. And when she saw it, she just had to purchase it. Aurora Dog Hand Puppet sold for $11.66. Littlest Pet Shop, been listed since last year. Got a $15 offer and just decided to go ahead and accept it. It was Google Lens Littlest Pet Shops because it will almost always tell you their numbers. So I have their numbers up there of 2, 46, and 358. Just put that in there. Obviously, these weren't worth a whole lot individually, so I had made a lot of them. Russ Hess's exclusive bear plush with the Christmas bow sold for $10.50. Again, it was another one of my very old listings. Vintage 1978 Fisher-Price Adventure People. This was like before they started the Great Adventures. Those were like the late 90s, but there's a whole series of this stuff called Great Adventures. To me, they look a lot like G.I. Joe, but they're not. But anytime I find the Adventure People, I will go ahead and pick them up. A lot of it is bread and butter, but you know, it's Fisher-Price. I like to go ahead and save them. And this little helicopter took about 5 months to sell for $10. World Cup USA 94 soccer plush with a little suction cup. I think this was just in my profit piles because I listed it in January and it sold for $10.49. Aurora Flopsies Luther the Leopard plush sold for $15. Kelly Toy cat plush with the little hearts. Let's see, what year was it? It was 2018. Sold for $11. Angels women's jeans sold for $11.41. Touch and Sew Singer discs. Goes parts to a sewing machine. I don't sew, so I don't know a whole lot about it. This was something I want to say Robert picked up at the bins. Probably have, you know, $1.50 or so in it, and it sold for $9.86. Mattel Sunshine Family Father Doll. There's a whole series of these. They have these unique faces. That's the only way I know them immediately when I see them. It sold for $7. Lamaze Baby Plush Lot. I don't pick up a whole lot of baby stuff. I think this came in a bulk purchase that I made. A lot of times they sell very quickly for me. This particular one didn't though, but it finally sold for $10. Walmart White Rabbit Plush, $19.76. Love the vintage Walmart. Joseph Siebel Women's Brown Shoes, sold for $13. Again, another really old listing. Juice It Proctor Silex Marble Ceramics Stone. It's for a juicer. It's the little stone that sits on the inside that you can press like a orange or a lemon to it and, you know, use it to juice it, I guess is the best way to say it. I broke this up. It was in a couple of pieces, and this part sold in less than a month for $15. Mary Meyer. I like picking up that brand, but a lot of times it's bread and butter. This one I think is a little bit better. It's from the Sweet Rascals series. It's a Husky Wolf dog, and it sold for $19.76. Disney Lion King Baby Simba plush. It's supposed to have like a swaddling blanket. I listed it as a replacement, and it sold for $8.06 very quickly. Build-A-Bear Paw Patrol Sky. No Sounds didn't have any of her accessories on. Sold for $8.05. A lot of Build-A-Bear is bread and butter. Viewer sale, so thank you so much, Sherry. Sherry purchased the Build-A-Bear Pink Arctic Frost Fox with its outfit for $26.95. So thank you so much, Sherry. And we're hitting the 3 that I sold that were over $25 on eBay. Oh, Subway Kids Meal Toy. This is Bear in the Big Blue House. It's actually it's little, and it has a viewer in it. And you could click that button on the side and it was change the picture like you're peeking through a window. And you'd have different scenes in it. And look, I had to do this. I took little pictures. That's what it was looking like on the inside. It sold for $31.45. And last but not least, this. This was a Mattel Drowsy doll. At first I thought it was contemporary because it was so clean. But come to find out, it was from 1984. Unfortunately, I didn't notice when I picked it up that something had chewed the ear on this doll. I think it probably would have sold for $100, maybe a little bit more if it had been in good condition. But, you know, it was damaged. I put it in the title. I put it in the condition notes. I showed pictures of it, and it still sold for $50. Right, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna get another video put together for you for last weekend's sales. Hope this is giving you ideas of things to be looking for when you're out at thrift stores, yard sales, estate sales. I hope you guys are having excellent sourcing right now. The weather is beautiful finally in Tennessee. And I'm looking forward to the next few weeks of hopefully getting a bunch of sourcing done and finding some amazing treasures to share with you guys. But now it's time to get to work. Bye.